Monday, September 21st, 1942. The people, the family, the two families that are hiding, Anne Frank's family and the Von Duns, they starting to fight with each other and stuff. Dear Kitty, today I'm going to tell you our general news. Mrs. Von Don is unbearable. I get nothing but blow-ups from her for my continuous chatter. She is always pestering us in some way or another. This is the latest. She doesn't want to wash up the pans if there is a fragment left. Instead of putting it into a glass dish as we've always done until now, she leaves it in the pan to go to bed. Pan to go bad. Whoa, after putting it in glass dish we always done. After the next meal, Margot sometimes has about 7 pans to wash up, and then Madame says, well, well, Margot, you have got a lot to do. I'm busy with Daddy working out his family tree. As we go along, he tells me little bits about everyone. It's terribly interesting. Mr. Capuis brings a few special books for me every other week. I'm thrilled with the Duc de Hole series. I've enjoyed the whole of Sissy von Markfeld very much, and I've read On Zombon 4 times, and I still laugh about some of the ludicrous situations that arise. Term time has begun again. I'm working hard on my French and manage to pump in 5 irregular verbs per day. Peter sighs and groans over his English. A few school books have just arrived. We have a good stock of exercise books, pencils, rubbers, and labels, as I brought with these me. I sometimes listen to the Dutch news from London. Heard Prince Bernhard recently. He said that Princess Juliana is expecting a baby next January. I think it's lovely. It's surprising that others that I should be so keen on the royal family. I wonder if the Queen was alive. I guess she was. I was being discussed and then decided that I'm not completely stupid after all, which had the effect of making me work extra hard the next day. I certainly don't want to still be in the first form when I'm 14 or 15. Also, the fact that I'm hardly allowed to read any decent books was mentioned. Mommy is reading Hermann von Krusten now, which I'm allowed. Margot is. First, I must be more developed, like my talented sister. Then we talk about my ignorance of philosophy and psychology, about which I know nothing. Perhaps by next year I shall be wiser. I looked up these difficult words and quickly in the Kuminen. I think that's a that's Dutch for dictionary. I have just woken up to the disturbing fact that I have one long sleeve dress and 3 cardigans for the winter. I've received permission from Daddy to knit a jumper of white sheep's wool. It's not very nice wool, but as long as it's warm, that's all that matters. We have some clothes deposited with friends, but unfortunately we shall not see them until after the war. This is if they were still there then. This is if they are still there then. I had just written something about Mrs. Van Daan when in she comes. Slap, I close the book. Hey, Annie, can't I just have a look? I'm afraid not. Just the last page, then. No, I'm sorry. Naturally, it gave me a frightful shock because there was an unflattering description of her on that particular page. That's funny. Mrs. Van Dam wanted to read this diary that we're reading, or that I'm reading. I noticed during this she's complaining about her academics. She says, I don't want to be in the first form when I'm 14 or 15 years old. I do substitute teaching in high schools here in Hawaii, and not a single student I've ever taught can write or communicate as good as Anne Frank can. And now I'm talking about high school seniors too. So it's a much different time than it is now. And it's too bad she didn't get to experience her whole life and the whole time. But if you enjoyed my reading, click the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and thank you for watching.